know what? Let's just get started since you guys are here. I decided to collab with Dillon Jackson because he's probably the biggest The Weeknd fan that I know. I'm really glad that he decided to help me out and collab on this one with me, because he's obviously heard Thursday before. So I asked for him to kind of send in a short clip of him describing what I can expect from this album and describing what kind of mindset I should have going into it, basically letting me know what's coming, right? And giving his opinions on Thursday and what this album means to him. He's great, he's hilarious, awesome content. Definitely check him out, Dillon Jackson. Yeah, I'm gonna be stopping the music and I'm gonna transition over to Dillon Jackson's video. That sounds fire. I'm a big Weeknd fan too, so I'm sure it's gonna be nice for him to watch a reaction. Yeah, and I'm really glad he decided to participate, because his opinions on this clearly mean, you know, a whole lot, since he is such a big fan of The Weeknd. Yeah, let me transition over to his video, and as soon as he's done talking, as soon as he's done with his portion of the video, I will come back and we'll get started with this reaction. So yeah, enjoy, guys. This is Dillon Jackson.
Hey! I'm sorry. What's up, y'all? Your boy back. You already know who it is. I mean, we talking about, you know what I'm saying? You know I had to be on this bitch. No, talk about, no, I'm saying, I'm sorry. I'm excited. What's up, y'all? Your boy back. If you don't know who it is, it's Dillon Jackson TV. Pleasure to meet you. Shout out Doug for inviting me on the channel. Appreciate you as always. Keep doing your thing, man. Now, we talking about the legend, the greatest of all time. We talking about a mixtape that I finally got the damn vinyl for, and I will not be taking out the freaking package, at least until today. Thursday, okay? Now, I feel like Thursday, before you listen to this, Doug, Thursday is the mixtape where he's still on the drugs, you know what I'm saying? He's still at the party, because in House of Balloons party, he was on the drugs, heavy, you could tell. But I feel like Thursday he's on the drugs still, but the drugs are slowly starting to fade. He's slowly starting to regain consciousness. He's slowly starting to feel things again. You know what I'm saying? On songs like, let's see, Rolling Stone, songs like Valerie, songs like, let's see, maybe Lonely Star. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's really in his feet. You can really get your feelings on this album. On this mixtape with songs like that. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to the drugs part of this mixtape as well, you got The Zone, you got Gone, you got Life of the Party, you have The Birds, part 1 and 2, you know what I'm saying? You have Heaven or Las Vegas, you know, so it's a really, really, I feel like the mixtape, or the trilogy of mixtapes or whatever, it just shows a progression of pain, progression of sadness, a progression of somebody who is in a dark ass place and is using the drugs to numb the pain. But we get to that final mixtape, which is Echoes of Silence, and the drugs ain't there no more. He is clutching on to dear life, and he cannot escape the sadness. He cannot escape it, Doug. I'm telling you right now, when you listen to Echoes of Silence after listening to Thursday, when you listen to Montreal, when you listen to Next, when you listen to Echoes of Silence, when you listen to all of them, please know you will cry. I've cried too many damn times to Echo. Thursday, we talking about Thursday. We're talking about Thursday, okay? You're gonna love this. You're gonna enjoy it. I'm sure you've listened to House of Balloons, obviously. So I feel like you're gonna love all of these mixtapes. I'm telling you right now, Echoes of Silence will bring you pain. Thursday, you're definitely gonna want to smoke. I've definitely gotten late to this to all these damn albums many times, but that's not the point. We're not talking about me, okay? So Thursday, you're gonna love this. You're gonna enjoy it. Just again, I guess for things to look out for, pain, sadness, drugs, depression. All right, man. So again, I'm sorry, yo. I'm sorry. I apologize. Again, I appreciate you, bro, for having me on the channel. Again, keep doing what you're doing, man. If you ever need me again to be on here to talk foolishness, I'm your guy. I got you as always. So yeah, I'm gonna hand it back over to you. And again, XO2ELD, you know what I'm saying? And y'all better subscribe to my channel before I get mad. Okay, we not doing this whole, yeah, I'm here just for more support. No. I need subscribers. Alright? Run me my subscriptions.
All right, yeah. He is he is just something else, dude. He's hilarious. All right, so shout out to Dillon Jackson for his participation in this stream and the video, dude. Thank you so much for that participation, man. So now I know that I have to look out for depression, sadness, drugs, pain, and all those miserable things on this album. I'm gonna be looking out for those. I'm gonna have a very special, tuned ear for the depression in this album because Dillon Jackson warned me. So seriously, man, Dillon, the fact that he even decided to collab with me on this just shows, so much love, so much support for the channel. I'm very appreciative. And maybe I'll be able to get him to do, a participation for the Echoes of Silence, part 3 as well. Because he said he cried listening to that. I really want to get his in-depth opinion on Echoes of Silence. But Dillon Jackson, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. That was really funny. Hey, yo, like he said, before he gets mad, go subscribe to Dillon Jackson's channel. Once I edit this and post it on YouTube, the link to his channel is going to be in the description as well. But yeah, go show some love to the boy. He is awesome. Guys, I think we are about ready to get into this album, dude. I mean, without further ado, track 1 of Thursday by The Weeknd. Bro, let's go. Lonely Star. Let's get it. Oh my god. The Zone and The Birds 1 and 2 are my favorite. I'll be on the lookout for those. Oh my god, look at the synth bass and the guitars. Let's go. I love this. The drum sounds are perfect. That snare is super crisp. The vocalizing with the little synth sounds. Oh my god, man, this is just brilliant. The whole damn thing is a masterpiece though, not gonna lie. Man, this sounds awesome already. Man, can he sing too, dude. That's the thing. He is so good at what he does. This is a vibe and a half. He doesn't need auto-tune for anything, right? I mean, I think there is auto-tune on his vocals, obviously, because no one's perfect whenever they're singing, but his natural singing voice is already so good that the auto-tune doesn't have to work very hard at all to keep him on pitch, man. He is so good. He is ridiculous. This vibe is so dark and yet soulful and kind of romantic, but also toxic. It's like this weird mix of just incredible music, man. That's me. That little voice right there, I love the guitars, that's me. How did he know? I mean, yeah, man, the production is just on point. The guitars, of course, but the synth bass, the very distorted synth bass sounds so incredible. The little sound effects that he pans to different ears. I mean, his singing performance is just brilliant. The drums, they go so hard, but they're not overwhelming or distracting. Everything about this is just working, Everything about this is really well mixed. And it's all supportive of one another without anything being overwhelmingly, distracting or anything like that. It's just really well done. Really well done. This is track 2, right? Life of the Party. When the layered vocals come in, it almost feels like suddenly I'm in a cult, and we're singing this around a fire or something like that. The guitars have a really strange kind of campfire vibe to them, right? Like not campfire. I guess I don't even know how to describe it. It's like this old Western kind of badass kind of vibe with this guitar. It's not really being strummed. It's got these little plucked melodies that it's playing that sound kind of ominous. The drums are really nice and slow, not utilizing too many percussion sounds, not doing too many fills. Everything about this track is kind of like eerily creeping forward, you know, slowly but very menacingly. Meanwhile, you have The Weeknd singing beautifully over the song. And out of nowhere, these really creepy, kind of eerie background vocals come in. Like, it's just very, it feels almost inescapable, inevitable, you know, very, very good in the strangest way possible. It's so strange. It sounds so eerie and imposing. I like it, though. It's like, it's super dark, you know? Of course it switches up as soon as I say that, you know? This man is high. This one's good. I think that the first track was better though. I love this energy though. Turn the music up a tiny bit? Sure. Yeah, my thoughts on that second track are that I definitely prefer the first song. I just think it's more along the lines of the type of music that I like to listen to. But that doesn't mean that the second song is bad. It's just a little bit more unconventional. I mentioned it during the song that it was really eerie and ominous and imposing, and I like that darkness to it. I'm not a huge fan of I guess how slow it can get, you know, and that meandering kind of creeping forward feeling. I don't think I would really come back to that a whole lot. Now, if I'm listening to this entire album, I'm not going to skip it because it's part of the vibe. It fits with the, you know, the dark atmosphere to the album. But I just don't think that it as a singular song is extremely replayable like that first one. But it's still enjoyable. That sounds awesome. I'll make sure to tune in whenever I can. Absolutely, dude. I would love to have you. I'm trying to get people to watch my production live streams, my video game live streams, and the reaction live streams. I want to be able to do a variety of different content and draw a variety of different people to the channel, you know? Music is obviously the main one, but the video game stuff is something that I really, really want to do as well because I really enjoy it, and I figured why not try and enjoy it with other people as well. But yeah, the production and the music reactions, absolutely. Tune in all the time. I forgot to mention towards the beginning of the stream, and I know that there's very few people in here now, so you guys don't really have to hear this, but for the sake of the YouTube video, I do have to mention, follow me over here on Twitch. Just a friendly reminder that if you want to participate in these live streams that I'm talking about, I'm going to be doing them all over here on Twitch. Also, follow my social media. As you can see, they are right underneath me. And also, join the Discord server. If you're watching this on YouTube, there is a link in the description. What else do I have to plug? The patrons. Thank you so much to all of my patrons over on Patreon. You guys are, you know, the absolute backbone of this channel. I really appreciate all of the support that you guys show for the channel every month, and the members of the channel as well as everybody who donates over here on Twitch. You guys are the reason that I'm able to keep doing what I do. So I really have to, you know, shout you guys out and show that love to you guys. I completely forgot to do it in the beginning of the stream because I was very excited. So there that is. I like Life of the Party, but the other tracks are way more enjoyable. Yeah, I feel like exactly that it's just a little bit more pleasing, you know, pleasant, easy to listen to, some of the other songs. So yeah, let's continue though. This is track 3, Thursday. Man, I'm lost in this one. This is just a vibe, dude. This is a huge vibe, you know? Yo, the little rhythm guitar that comes in right here. This vibe is so great, dude. The sweet vocalizing over those guitars. His voice is just amazing. Like, you can't compete with that, you know? He's just the perfect specimen. It's like... It's 5 minutes and 20 seconds long, and I barely noticed the time going by. I always mention... I mentioned it actually a lot in my... my House of Balloons video, how some of the tracks just felt like they ran on for too long, but this one, I barely felt the 5 minutes going by. Like, this is such an awesome vibe. Actually, I have to add this to my playlist, my Patreon playlist, and Lonely Star too. I forgot to add that to the playlist as well. It's such an awesome song. The little keys that sound like little bleeps, you know, that go descending in rhythm and in melody. I think it's incredible the way that they panned that. The little rhythm guitar that comes in right while he's singing, the vocalizing, just the harmonizing and crooning that he does towards the end of the song. Like, it's all perfect. It's very well done. Definitely my second favorite after Lonely Star. Let's jump into The Zone featuring Drake while Duddy figures that out. And then afterwards, I guess we'll listen to this submission that Duddy's going to send in because of his donation. So let's get it. Doom that, that, doom that. $5. Thanks, man. I appreciate that a lot, dude. Man, yo, this vibe is insane. Oh my god, his little falsettos, dude, they're so good. This definitely goes along with what Dillon was saying about coming down off of the drugs, and he's talking about how he's numb and how he can't feel a damn thing. Man, Dillon hit this one, you know, the nail right on the head. Of course, I mean, he's probably listened to this 1,000 times, but yeah, definitely, I can see where he's coming from now. Drake kills it in his verse too. Fish Fish, I forgot there was a Drake feature on this. Let's go. That's gonna be elite, yeah. And this is a while ago too. Drake was in his bag. Let's go. This is going on the playlist, bro. This drum pattern is like hypnotizing. LOL, Abel literally made you forget that there was even a feature. Honestly, I don't need one right now. That's how good he is. Excited that there's a Drake feature, but I right now don't feel like it's necessary. Kind of like on Crew Love. Crew Love is brilliant. I love that song. The Weeknd was just on one when he made this one.
These broken hearts on that pole. Man, if pole dances are art, you know what I mean? Fucking artists I know. Got some new beat when these bad bitches let go. Well, girl, let's go. Walk your broken heart through that door.
Yo, his flow right now is crazy. Drake killed that, man. That was the perfect flow to use for this, and he kept it nice, short, and sweet. Some crazy bars. What do you say? If pole dancing was an art, do you know how many artists I know? Come on, bro. That bar is perfect for the Weeknd song. Yo, Fish Fish. The Zone is insane. I added it to my playlist before I even heard the Drake feature. So you were definitely right on this one. I think right now, man, this might be my favorite song of the night so far, honestly. We got the Duddy donation. Hold on, let me pull up my email real quick. All right, let me play this beat that Duddy just sent me.
I've been smoking on this pressure, trying to ease the pain. All these evil thoughts in my head, don't know what to say. I'm just trying to hustle, get this paid, best stay out the way. All these
oh my god.
Niggas keep getting in the way.
He's from Toledo, dude I went to school with? That's nuts, dude. That's crazy. That's so good. I'm probably gonna leave that in the YouTube video. Let's keep going, man. The Birds Part 1. Oh man. I have goosebumps running down my leg right now. Oh my god. He's so This is nuts, man. I'm not even going to pause this right now. I'm going to let it play into the Birds Part 2. But this is already way more consistent than House of Balloons, in my opinion. That might be a hot take, but way more consistent, you know? Consistently fire. I'm enjoying this more already. Yo, Fish nailed it. Nailed it by saying The Zone and the Birds are his favorites. The horns. The horns remind me of like a mob boss, you know? The way they rise in the song is crazy. XO Comet, thank you so much for following, dude. XO Comet set off the follower train. This shit relaxing as fuck, no cap. Bro, seriously. Bro, I'm glad you're enjoying Thursday. A lot of people consider it their least favorite. I feel like it's pretty underappreciated. Man, right now, like I said, I'm enjoying this more than House of Balloons. I think it's a fat vibe. Yeah, man, that's exactly the best way to describe it. Fat vibes. XO Comet, this is my favorite off the tape. Yeah, man, this is really great stuff. I've really enjoyed The Zone, The Birds Part 1, and now this one. This is another song where it's really long and you barely notice the time going by because it's just so relaxing and hypnotizing, you know? It puts you into a trance almost. With the drum pattern on The Birds Part 1, it's so hypnotic. And then the second part is just so laid back and relaxing and wavy. Like, when I say wavy, some people find it hard to characterize, you know, what that means. But basically what I mean when I say a song is wavy is it picks you up and it carries you. You know, you can't fight against it. It takes you wherever it wants you to go, you know? And that's kind of what this song does, is it carries you. It carries you to a faraway place, a distant part of your mind, and forces you to, like, reflect. And it's very strange, the way that The Weeknd managed to do that. I was on acid the first time Thursday clicked for me. Bro, The Zone hits too different on acid, I'm telling you. I don't even want to picture what that might be like. Just how introspective that's got to make you. You probably come down off of that knowing every single one of your flaws. You have to, right? Just like the most self-critical, self-analytical experience, just knowing yourself inside and out. Track 7 is gone. Let's get to that one. I love these creative vocal arrangements that he's doing. With this little arpeggiation, it sounds killer. This little arpeggiated synth goes so crazy for some reason. And normally I'm not a fan of these patterns where it's just like overloading us with the kick drum. Like here it's got eighth note kicks, you know, but it's working. It's working because everything else is so minimal that it becomes less of a distraction and more of like a main focus. You know what I mean? When you have very simple little arpeggiated synths, very minimal bass lines that come in panned and only for certain sections of the song, having eighth note kick drums on the pattern doesn't distract us. It just becomes kind of a feature, you know, instead of a detraction from the rest of the song. So I like the way that they did that. If there were a lot of complex chords in here and stuff like that, and he had tried to do this eighth note kick pattern here, I don't think it would have worked so well. Gone is a freestyle. I feel like it drags out, but it's a vibe. Yeah, it's 8 minutes long, which I'm a little hesitant of, but I'm enjoying it so far. I pretty much enjoy it all the way through. I'm hoping I do too, honestly. We're already about a quarter of the way through it. It's going by pretty quickly. It's fire. Plus I have the chat to keep me from getting bored, so that always helps with these videos. The way they did the LFO controlling the panning, really cool. Very easy to do, believe it or not. It's a pretty easy trick. at least in FL Studio. I love the way that it's going back and forth though. I feel like moments like this though is where House of Balloons got a little tough to listen to. It felt like at this point the track could be over. It doesn't feel like he has anything left to say. It doesn't feel like I need any more of it, but he keeps going, you know? And I feel like doing that over and over and over again on House of Balloons is what made it less enjoyable than Thursday for me. So I'm not saying this is bad yet. I'm still enjoying this, but I want to know how he's going to keep things interesting for another 4 minutes. You know what I mean? Adding new drums would be the way to do it, yeah. It's got a really nice swing to it. This isn't bad, but I think I prefer the first half of this song. I know I prefer the first half of this song. Also here, he's not saying anything anymore. He's just, you know, he's just harmonizing and vamping. I like how he went about switching it. The first half is the winner though. Yeah, I like that he tried to do something different. He didn't just let the same thing play out for 8 minutes. I just think that even though the switch up was good, the second beat could be better with Melody's bass line. I don't really go back and listen to Gone, to be honest. It doesn't feel very memorable, you know? Yeah, it doesn't feel very replayable. At least the first half kind of does. I would definitely skip the second half if it ever came on again. I feel like I don't need to hear that second half again, you know? The last 3 tracks are pretty good though. I know you will enjoy them. Yeah, man, I've been really enjoying the project so far. Like I said, it feels more consistent. It feels more consistent than House of Balloons in my opinion. So like all of these have been at least good. There hasn't been any that I'm like, yeah, this is a skip, you know? Maybe the second half of Gone, but for the most part, really solid project. Rolling Stone is next.
Thinking about it, it's what we got here. If without a home, so this recognition's not enough.
That little perk that just came in on my left ear was awesome. I love the guitars too. Also, something that's been a little bit rare on at least Trilogy up until now, his vocals sound very dry. They don't sound heavily reverberant. They don't sound like they have a lot of delay on them. It sounds very up close and personal, you know, not very much. Not too many effects on his vocals. It sounds a little bit more intimate, I guess. I like it. This is a crazy vibe, man. That's a playlist track as well. I'm loving the very soft keys that came in here. Rolling Stone is a vibe, makes me feel like I'm floating. Yeah, it's this late at night. Speaking of which, I could probably add this to my other playlist too, for late night vibes. Yeah, I really like Rolling Stone. I don't know what else to say about it. It's very well done. It's a beautiful song, very simple production, very elegant in its simplicity. I love that The Weeknd's voice, like I said, doesn't have too many effects on it. It sounds nice. It sounds nice even though it sounds dry. The guitar sounds great, very nicely plucked, like very beautifully played. I like the subtle use of percussion, and then towards the end when they brought in those really nice little pianos with the staticky sound effects and the distortion sound effects to end the track. It's just really well done. It's very well executed, you know? It's a great vibe. It just is. I like that a lot. That's one of my favorites as well. Heaven or Las Vegas, track 9. Dum ba da boom. Dum ba da boom. It's a really cool little bounce. The offbeat rhythm guitar kind of makes it feel like a little bit of a reggae song. I just like how he flows with his vocals on the song, plus the guitar in the back just sends me somewhere. Facts. I couldn't have said it better myself, man. It's got like kind of like a roots kind of vibe, you know? Like rock / reggae. Mares Yahoo vibes is what I'm getting. Some POD songs. The distortion on his vocals is what does it for me, you know? It almost sounds like they're running his voice through an amp. This song is great. I love the rock vibes to this one, you know? Distorted vocals, the bass line, everything about it. And then we also have like this beautiful grand piano panned to my left ear out of nowhere. Like, you know? So unconventional, but it works. It's so beautiful. Beautiful and heavy at the same time. I love this album right now. Like, I think it's better than House of Balloons, to be honest. If I tweet something like that, it's gonna be, you know, considered a hot take, but I think that Thursday is better than House of Balloons. It's so much more consistent, so brilliant. You know, the production's just been better. His performances have been great. Songs like this, come on, it's so well done. Maybe it runs on for a little too long. You know, I'm distracted by the chat and things like that, so it doesn't feel like it's going by too long, but maybe it goes on for a bit too long, at 6 minutes basically. But the vibes are there. That's what this entire album has just kind of been. It's just been one giant vibe, you know? This one's got this kind of like reggae feeling with the offbeat guitars, but we have these beautiful grand pianos that come in out of nowhere, the subtle distortion on his vocals to sound like he's running his microphone through an amplifier. It really turns his voice into an instrument when he stops singing lyrics and he starts harmonizing with the rest of the beat. It's a very creative way to use his vocals. It's just really, really good. The last track of the album. Let's get to it. Valerie. Really creative production so far. There are so many sound effects in this song right now that it would have been super easy to make them very distracting. But they spaced them out so well, they panned them so well, and they mixed them so well that every sound feels appropriate, every sound has its own place in the song, nothing overpowers anything else. It's really well done, you know? The little chirps, the little snare rolls, like the hi-hats, the nice crisp hi-hats, they could have been easily overwhelming or been clashing with other elements of the beat, but they don't. Really, really well done, man. His vocals are sounding very Michael Jackson-esque there. Again, perfect balance of like romantic, toxic, light, dark. Hey. I don't even know a Valerie, but I'm gonna be singing out her name next time I go back to this song. Valerie! That's a playlist track as well, man. Same with Kissland. Kissland has really crazy production, super cinematic, and will give hella goosebumps. I can't wait for Kissland either. I have to do a reaction to that as well. We're gonna close out the album with just his vocals and some drums. Let's go. Sorry, I've been lurking. I'm not the music genius. Was just curious on how you'd like the album. Great reaction as always. No problem. I think we've had some lurkers in the chat, you know? But there's no worries. I mean, I don't expect everybody to be super interactive in the chat. Some people just want to see my opinions on the music, and that's fine. That's okay. I still appreciate you for stopping by. And I mean, even just you viewing the stream supports it as well. So yeah, I really appreciate it. No need to apologize for being a lurker. It's fine. Great reaction as always. Thank you. I appreciate that. So let me just wait for these loud ass Brazilian vehicles to go by. Guys, I think my hot take of the day is going to be that Thursday is better than House of Balloons. I'm going to tweet that out. I'm going to deal with the backlash like a man. I'm going to take whatever people throw at me like a man. Whatever harsh criticisms of my opinion people have, I'm going to take it. But I believe it's worth saying. Thursday is underrated. I always hear people talk about House of Balloons. I've heard people talk about Echoes of Silence constantly. I didn't even know Disc 2 of Trilogy was called Thursday until like the day I decided to react to it. I don't hear people talking about it. It's ridiculously underrated. I've listened to it once. So much more consistent than House of Balloons. Almost every single song on here I added to my playlist. It sounds super replayable. I'm going to be willing to come back to individual tracks as well as the project itself. I mean, it feels like the mixes were cleaner. He didn't waste as much time towards the ends of the songs, right? He didn't let them run on for too long. He didn't overstay his welcome on certain tracks. Made beautiful use of his voice as an instrument. He sang beautifully. He had all the different sound effects placed throughout this album, so well mixed and so nicely panned that they didn't clash with his vocals, they didn't clash with each other, and they still create a very interesting atmosphere and soundscape for us to listen to. Bro, I high-key agree with you, man. Fish is going to back me up then on Twitter. I'm appreciative of that. But yeah, I can't hate on this. The only issue I have with this album is the second half of Gone, which isn't even bad. It just feels like it's missing some chords, some melodies, you know? That's it. That's really the major issue I have with this. The only feature was Drake, and he killed it. He killed his verse. We got some classic Drake, lyrics and bars on this one that I really enjoyed. It just, like Dillon Jackson said, darkness, loneliness, depression, coming down off of drugs. It's really a great way to describe this, but I would emphasize, if I had to describe this to someone else, I would emphasize just how atmospheric it is, how hypnotizing it is, right? This is going to take you somewhere. Listen to this in the dark with your eyes closed. I swear, you're probably going to wake up on another planet. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of the feeling that this music gives you. So, yeah, I guess if there is a review that I'm able to give after one listen, I guess that would be it, is that I heavily enjoyed it. I think it sounds very atmospheric. It sounds very beautiful. And so, yeah, let me head over to the goodbye scene where I'm going to be rolling the credits for this stream. Thank you to everybody who supported the stream by watching. Viewers don't show up in the credits. I wish they did, but we have Duddy who donated today, and we listened to a song of his which sounded awesome. New followers, Fish and Exo Comet, thank you guys so much. The credits are very short today, but this is going to be a bigger video on YouTube than it is on Twitch. I understand that. Still, I appreciate you guys heavily. Thank you so much for stopping by. Patrons on Patreon, thank you so much for your support every single month. You guys are killing it, and I'm trying to kill it with you guys to make sure that your support is reciprocated. Members of the channel on YouTube, thank you so much. You guys are the best as well for supporting monthly like the patrons do. This was an awesome reaction, dude. Thank you so much, Fish. I appreciate you for stopping by, man. It was really fun interacting with you. Like I said, man, I hope you stop by some of the other streams. I'd love to see you there for the production streams or for the other reactions. It's going to be awesome to have you. I hope to teach you something maybe in FL Studio. Who knows? I'm not a pro or anything, but I have been doing it for a little bit, so I'm sure I might know something to teach you. Yeah, guys, just thank you so much. Support the Discord. Support the channel by subscribing on YouTube. Support the channel by following here on Twitch. Follow my social media. You can see it underneath me. If anybody feels like sending a donation through Streamlabs, if you scroll to the About page here on Twitch, there should be a big blue button that says Donate. I'd really appreciate the support. As you can see, we have a monthly goal of $400. That's setting the bar very high. That's just because I'm too lazy to want to set it low and then keep raising it. I just set it high and leave it there for a few months. But all the tips, all the donations are very welcome and very heavily appreciated, especially because of the exchange rate from the US dollar to here Brazilian currency. So every dollar goes a long way. Really appreciate you guys for stopping by. Really appreciate you guys for showing out and showing love to the channel. All the different ways that you guys have shown love. Yeah, I guess I loved this album, and I'm going to be back with a reaction to part 3 very soon. I think that's it for today, guys. Join the Discord and let me know if there's any specific streams that you want to watch, any albums you want me to react to live on stream, any games that you want to see me play on stream, things like that. And let me know, what sort of content you want to see. I'd be more than happy to make it and to keep you guys, interested in coming back and entertained. Things are tough right now for everybody with COVID and with the elections and everything that's been going on. So if I can provide a momentary escape from the hectic day-to-day life, then I'm more than happy to do that. So interact with me. Let me know what you guys want to see. I'm going to be back very, very soon in some sort of content near you real soon. So thank you guys. Stay safe as always. If you love somebody, tell them. Appreciate everybody around you. Drink water. Wear a mask. Stay inside as often as you can, I guess. Stay safe out there, guys. Thank you so much. Peace out.